Hello there, and welcome back to The Witness. So here we are. We're back at this castle, and we're actually going to explore it today. We're going to take a look at what is going on in this insane place. We've circled around it a few times. We've seen 3/4 of it at least on the outer walls, but we are now going to enter and see what exactly is going on in here. So again, the oil stains that look like intruders have tried to get into this place once is a little disturbing. Yeah, more like murder holes and places where it looks like hot oil has been poured onto people sieging this place. Very interesting. It's almost like a little bit of storytelling. Okay, so we have what looks like little hedge mazes here. That's really weird. All those like crazy on the outside. This looks like a fortress essentially, and then you come in here and it's like a garden. All right, got some nice looking trees here, and here's our wires. Wouldn't be a complete place without the wires, of course. Alright, so these funny little hedge mazes. Let's see. This looks like... So there's a puzzle there, and we can click it from here, which is interesting. Does this determine the pathways that open? I'm wondering. Doesn't seem like... oh. Maybe you have to draw the path that is open. Okay. Alright, so the path I took was like this, I believe? Or it will be like this? Ah! So it was the pathway that I took through the maze was the door. Alright. So that... I decided to start here. That was essentially an arbitrary decision, but let's see what this did. So it activated a light, which opened up a pathway back to the center area, but it also extended a light to over here, a wire to over there. Okay, well, let's follow this pathway for now and see exactly where it leads. So we've got an entryway to the maze here. Oh, it's going to have these subtle little visual cues. It's going to have something to do with the weeds, I bet. People haven't traversed these areas, so you're going to have to go the way that the weeds aren't. Alright, easy enough. Even though it's not a physical hard barrier, it's going to be... Let's see, can we go around this way? Yeah. We'll cut back in over here, but then... okay. So, let's see if we can remember the way we took. It was down and then over here, I believe. Yes. Alright. So cool. Again, these puzzles, just very, very cool little subtle things to solving them. Very satisfying, though. Okay. So, this door opened, and looks like the wire cuts through over here and opens the central door, but also weaves around to this side. So can we... let's see what we can access here. Here's where the little grates where the hot oil was poured down into. At least that's what we assume. That's what it looked like. Is there actually... oh, there's actually oil in that bucket. That's a little creepy, just in case. Now, how creepy would it really be if we looked out and we saw people running towards the castle right now? Oh, there's more. That's where they were cooking the oil. Oh, that's kind of grisly. So weird, this contrast of... oh my god, that's like a person. Look at that. That's in the form of a person. The black oil. Wow. Ugh. Getting chills. It's kind of like a It's a really kind of grisly, creepy image. Again, this contrast between this very peaceful, kind of paradise-like garden in this castle and just the idea of keeping people out of it and death and struggle. Kind of disturbing. Alright, so what do we got here? We've got a really strange set of, looks like metal girders. This one is... This one's really odd because it's in a kind of a strange shape there, almost like a... I don't know, those two things there look peculiar. And what is the point of coming over here? There wouldn't just be no reason to come over here. It's got to be some kind of image or... There are straight lines. You always got to be wary of straight lines, but I don't see a circle unless the actual hole in the wall is the circle. Odd. I mean, I get the feeling that this might be a terrain puzzle, or at least the hints of one. It does cast a shadow down there. Oh. Wait a second. Look, I knew it was something. The shadow looks like it's a... Looks like, almost like it's a person. It's really hard to see. Next time I'm down there, I need to take a closer look at that. It looks like a person looking out over the edge. Between, like, this would be their head, the shadow cast by this thing. And then the branch down there is their arm extending out. It's like a person sitting down. Oh, man. Really creepy. I mean, I knew there was something to that, but again, it's this image of, the actual image is ruin and destruction, and then you look at the shadow down there, and it's the image of somebody like peacefully sitting, like contemplating. Looks like it would be like a woman wearing a dress with a slender arm. We'll take a look at it next time we're down there. Okay, so let's check the other side of this wall before we do the other side of the puzzle here. Does this lead anywhere? No, but it gives us another view. Oh, that like moss stuff is really cool. Look at that. Look at the flowers are almost like in the, sort of looks like a heart shape, half a heart shape. And with the stone in the middle, maybe it's an eye. I'm seeing things in the terrain now just because it's such a vital part of the game, is seeing those meta puzzles. Is there any kind of, oh wait a second, the pathway itself. I'm wondering if the pathway itself is a clicky terrain puzzle. I don't see the circle though. Usually the circle is the giveaway that there's... We definitely want to check out this temple in the middle as well. It looked like it was closed off with a gate, but I'm wondering if there's something important there. Well, these little arrow slits look like they would be some kind of terrain puzzle, but or having to do with the terrain puzzle, but I'm not seeing, usually we're looking for that circle. Those circles are the key. It is weird you can see that temple from every angle here. Okay. So again, just cool little images in the terrain. Some of them have to do with the big metal puzzles and some of them don't, but Alright, so what's the trick here? What is the tell for the path we need to take? Obvious. So it's nothing obvious. I don't see any shadows. Is there something with the texture of... Really nothing obvious here. Could it be... Okay, now wait a second. Let me make sure that I can't come at this from a different side. I don't think I can, but let's make sure that I can. Yeah, so it looks like that gate... Yeah. So we actually did end up starting in the right place. Just gonna... Whoa, okay, we'll come back to that. I saw some statues of people, and those things are another creepy, like, vision of stuff that happened here, or... Okay. Let's see, is there anything with the shadow? There is... something with the stonework here. There's a little break in the paneling. I'm wondering if perhaps that could have something to do with it. So it was the weeds before. There's no weeds this time. It's just straight gravel. Could have something to do with the sound. It's maybe the sound different. I'm gonna shut up for a second, because the reason I say that is the one difference in these areas has been the ground. I think the ground has been made of something different each time. Yeah, like this is stonework. This was the dry grass with the weeds. This is gravel. I'm gonna be quiet and just turn my volume up a bit and listen. See if I hear anything different with the sound. Yes, there is something different. Oh, man. Now, I don't know exactly why I thought that was it, but, you know, the game is intuitive enough that you start thinking the way the game wants you to think. Seeing the big picture. Paying attention to every little tiny detail. And sure enough, I don't know how well this will translate in the video, but if you turn your volume up a little bit, you can hear that as you walk on these areas, it's kind of a quiet sound. But once I go over here, it's a loud crunching sound. Alright, so I believe we're going to have to follow the path that is quiet. So this is quiet right now. That gets loud again, so we gotta go this way. Do we go this way? Yeah, that appears to be right. Okay. Can we go this way? No, it gets loud again, so we gotta cut in here. Okay. So, if my theory was right, we had to cut in this way, and then I believe we went around. Yeah, I think that's how we did it. No, maybe we just cut in straight like this. Oh, that was it? Oh, man. Every one of these puzzles just feels brilliant. Alright, so we're 3/4 of the way through this. We've opened up these 3 central doors. And we have this final, looks like the final hedge maze for this area. Alright, so what is going to be the trick with this? We've done just blatant visual cues with the gates. We've done subtle visual cues with the weeds. We've done audio cues with the gravel. What is this one going to be? Now I already see flowers. I'm wondering if the flowers will be the hints. trying to be kind of quiet because I'm wondering if there's an audio element to this. Maybe it combines all three. Nothing obvious. Oh no, maybe there is an audio. Okay. I didn't see any obvious visual stuff. I mean, there's a little wear in the ground, actually. It's hard to tell. It's really hard to tell. I don't I mean, the texture has variation in it, but nothing definitive that I can see. How about audio? I mean, there's variations in the audio, but I don't know if that's just because my footsteps are varied. The loop of your walking in this on this ground is just varied enough. Let me very quietly see if I can. Hard to tell. It kind of sounds the same. Well, does it have something to do with the hedges themselves? Are they trimmed differently? Is there kind of a rough trim on some and a smooth trim on others, and other paths? Another odd thought just occurred to me, and this has generally not been the case, but what if? I mean, this is a relatively simple maze compared to the others, but what if it doesn't matter? What if every solution's correct? Oh no, wait a second. Hold on a second. This isn't the maze. I don't think that's the maze. Hold on. That's... Okay, well, now we know what's wrong. This maze is not the same as the puzzle over here. So... what puzzle is this? Is this maybe just a re-reference to the first one? Because look, the beginning of this thing doesn't just go up or right. There's a wall here. You can go right, and then you can go up. Then there's another split here. You can go up, but you can't go right. You can go left. Okay, so let's backtrack a bit. Let's say from here you can go this way. You can circle around here. All right. Well, let's follow that path and see if that was right. Okay. So it was essentially just this didn't match the maze itself, but you had to take the path that most closely resembled this. All right. So we are in the inner sanctum of this place now. Just want to make sure I'm not missing any audio things. By the way, I rewatched my last video. I did see that I missed several in the water. I was watching it and I'm thinking to myself, why didn't you see that? You passed right by it. And I did see a few of the terrain puzzles that I missed the starts of there. So definitely some things I'm going to have to go back and get. But for now, we're doing the castle. We've committed to the castle. That's what we're going to do. And so far this place has not disappointed. Those hedge mazes were brilliant, especially the audio one. Very, very cool. Ooh, holy crap, look at this. So we have the Lich King sitting over there on some kind of throne. What's going on here? We have another lookout. Doesn't seem to be of anything important. I've noticed there's a lot of statues of people here. Seems to be some kind of significance to that. Somewhere over here is going to be that gate. Oh, look at this. This looks like a giant puzzle. Almost looks like a terrain puzzle, but... It's a terrain puzzle, but it's a huge terrain puzzle. Okay, so we can't go in here, and we can go down. Let's go down first. God, those things are so creepy. I mean, I think the most disturbing thing about them is there's absolutely no sentient life besides you on this in this world, and we haven't seen any animal life of any kind or heard any animal life, but these statues, man. Wow. How creepy is this? Secret Service agent of some sort. He's got the suit and the shades, but he's also got like a long sword. What the hell? He's looking at something. He's got his hand out to you, obviously, but he's looking at something. He's looking towards the maze. There's some really creepy statues down there. I think there's one just like frustrated against that wall, and there's another just like crying on the ground, almost like this is some sort of prison. Okay. We've got a wire here. I think this is just telling us that this gate is opened once you activate something over there. Can't click that circle from this side. Now I'm almost afraid to open this door with the Secret Service guy standing here. So this is going to sound ridiculous, but I'm actually going to come back to that just in case this is the right way to go. Holy crap. What the hell? Oh, wind. I was like, what's that sound? Man, that's creepy. Alright. We're going up this thing. Strange lines. Some really brilliant audio stuff in this game. Oh, there's the ocean. That's where we were floating along on the last episode, looking up at this place. Just want to make sure there's no train puzzles here. Oh, you know what? The mazes themselves might be puzzles. Whoa! Look at this. Look at this. Holy crap! This has got to be one of the highest places on the whole island. Besides the end point. That'll be where you can look back and see the entirety of it. This is the second highest place. Wow, what a view. Hello, terrain puzzle. Yeah. How awesome is that? Okay, so there's a lot of things we can do up here. What do we want to do first? Well, first of all, I think we want to look for other terrain puzzles besides this one. That's the obvious one. boy, you can even see way, way out to the desert down there. So cool. You know, you can see all the yellow boxes, the lasers. There's one there, there's one there. That one's weird because it's going to have a hard time hitting the top of the mountain. I bet this might be another reflector like the one in the town was. There's a box in the town. Wow, wow, wow. Unbelievable. Top of this tower is weird too because it's all stone structure, but then you get up here and there's metal. Wow. So if you look at this, it's like the castle itself, you know, and that reminds me of the castle itself looks like a series of 4 puzzles. You can only really see once you get up top here. But I remember on the map of when we were on the boat, the map of the island showed like a picture of 4 glyphs, kind of in this kind of pattern. Wow, puzzles on top of puzzles. Okay, so where do we want to start here? I guess we'll try the terrain puzzle first. And we have to get in the right spot for it, so we're gonna have to be here to start it. Yep. And go around. Wow, you can't go all the way up here. Crazy. Man, we are going all around this thing. Insane. This is an amazing one. I'm wondering where the glyph for this is. Where did that go? I heard it. It shot over here. Let's see if we can spot where that glyph is. Looks like it's down there in that kind of marshland. Somewhere over there you can see the little traces of it. Yeah, I think I can, unless that's the trunk of the tree, it might be the trunk of the tree. I can sort of see the outline of something dark over there. Alright. Man, those terrain puzzles never disappoint, I'll tell you. I know the path that I took on these now. I was slightly messed up on the weed one. I didn't remember that quite exactly how it was. Okay, so we started here, went around this way, then we went into the weeds, which was actually just a straight turn, and then around, and down and up here. And then for this one we did cut straight in here, and then go down and in. And then this one we cut in this way, went down and in here. Holy crap. Oh, was that all? Did I already activate the laser? Holy crap. Or are there 2 lasers here? This one's dropping out of the bottom. There may be one that comes out of the top too. We'll find out. Okay, getting a pretty close look at the laser. I don't want to cut myself in half, so oh. It's got a pretty clear shot. There it is. This looks like a... Yeah, look at this. Wow, hiding way out here. Terrain puzzle.